What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Trying to come in with the high energy.
Julia's been very low energy the past week. I'm getting a little concerned. I feel like I might need to do some digging.
The way you're not the first person to ask me if I'm okay.
It's like a dramatic difference.
You know, I just got back from Colorado, and you'd think that I went out of the country with like my jet lag, because I think I slept 18 hours in the past 24 hours.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you were taking like exponentially longer
to respond. Yeah, I do kind of go MIA when I'm traveling, which it probably isn't the best. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. It's just funny. It's funny because I'm just now finding out that I'm not the only person who thought that you were acting a little weird.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad.
But I feel like I'm just like on the go.
Yeah.
And also, I was either driving or riding in the car, and I get really bad car sickness.
Oh.
So it's not even like I sit down in the car and like go through my text messages. Mm-hmm. So maybe that sounds like an excuse, but
no, I mean, I feel
I'm
like
a busy girl on vacation.
I also feel like leading up to your trip, you were really busy. Like it was like nonstop. You were working, and then
it's very true.
I mean, yeah, and then you go on this trip, and then on the trip you're nonstop, and then you have altitude sickness. And
I definitely had altitude sickness.
Yeah,
we were supposed to do whitewater rafting, and then I woke up that morning and I was like, guys, I'm gonna be so honest, I can't do this. I was like, y'all either go without me or we figure something else out, because I will 3 hours getting thrown around whitewater rafting.
You would have been done for.
I would have vomited.
You would have fallen in the water and just been like, take me away.
The pictures at the end of the ride, when you get out and they show you all the pictures, everyone just covered in my vomit.
Totally.
That's exactly what would have happened. No, I haven't had altitude sickness before, and I think that this was my first time. Is that what is getting old is like?
Maybe.
This year, everything's been rough this year, 26. Everything's a little bit harder.
I really thought 26 was going to be your year, but...
You did?
Yeah.
You set that intention for me?
Yeah.
At my birthday, you go, Julia, this is going to be your year.
Remember, I feel like I was telling you how 26 is such a cool number. Like last year, I was like, 26 is the year. That is the ideal age. And
yeah.
You're kind of not proving that theory right now. Hey, but we still have a few months.
This is true. No, I remember going to Lala last year, and I went for 2 days, and then I was like, wow, this actually is so hard, and I hate this. My knees hurt, my feet hurt, everything hurts. And then it hit me, and I was like, oh my God, no, I'm old. I'm just old.
You're not old. Well, yeah, a little.
Okay, well.
You know who's old?
Who?
Me.
Oh, yeah, 1 year older.
1 year older.
1 year older.
Finally, my brain has developed for the most part.
Did you wake up yesterday morning and feel like you were a brand new person?
I did, actually. I felt like I had exceeded... See, fuck, my brain...
It's not that developed.
No, my brain is so... I'm like picking up on your vibes now.
Oh, no. I didn't... Hey, I'm trying to bring it up. Okay? So...
Okay.
Your girl has to turn it on 24/7, or suddenly something's wrong with her. Oh, I'm chill for 1 day and everyone's like, oh my God, what's wrong? Do you hate me? I'm just chillaxing over here. I'm just taking a beat, okay?
I'm gonna insert the photo I took of you like 30 minutes ago. And everyone else can be the judge of that.
Oh, I leaned back on the couch one time.
Oh, I man-spread and look like I'm about to pass out. It's fine. No, you're good. I'll try to pick up the vibes for both of us.
I'm just trying to drink my no caffeine, 0 sugar root beer. And
we tried a new flavor today. Well, I had Julia try the new mug 0 sugar that just came out. They don't care. Why?
I was supposed to say, it looks like a Purdue branded beer.
It does. I like A&W better. I think. What would you say?
I think I made like A&W better as well. Yeah. Mug, don't come for us. Prove us wrong. Send us a 12-pack.
Yeah, where's our PR packages?
So what did you do for your birthday?
I feel like I did a lot
You feel like?
What?
You feel like you did? you don't know what you actually did? Oh. You're like remembering, you're trying to reminisce on what you perhaps did yesterday?
I have this feeling that I did something. No, I actually went home on Saturday, and we had like a race party because we're both from Indiana. It's the Indy 500 this weekend, Memorial Day. So my birthday is always kind of really weird because people are out of town, and I feel like I'm always out of town for my birthday. So I went home, and my aunt and uncle always throw this like race party, and they like say, oh, it's also your birthday party, like as a joke. But
yeah, as a joke.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's not. But
did you get a birthday cake with a little car on it?
My mom got me cupcakes, and of course the only cupcakes the bakery had were race cupcakes.
Oh, those were your birthday cupcakes.
Those are my birthday cupcakes. Okay,
that's funny.
And then we made a cake. Well, she made a cake.
So you are 25.
Yes, I am 25 now, finally. I feel like I finally caught up to everyone. My cousin and her girlfriend came to the race party, and that was a big moment because my cousin came out to everyone at the race party.
Really? She just showed up, and they're like, here's my girlfriend. No one knew?
Anyone. I mean, I knew.
So she pulled up with her girlfriend. Was there like whispers from the crowd?
No, not at all. I knew everyone would react fine, but I think she just like built it up so much in her head. I mean, because we do come from a very conservative family.
Yeah, but you kind of broke the ice.
I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason she was worried about my parents. And I was like, Kayla, my parents know I'm a lesbian. And she was like, yeah, but you're their daughter. And I'm like, if they don't accept you, but they accept me, then they're a little homophobic.
Yeah, that's actually a little, you're not the ally you think you are.
Right, no. I was like, you're going to be just fine.
That's like the opposite. As long as it's my daughter, you know?
Right, yeah, no, exactly.
Usually it's like, oh, no, it's fine as long as it's not my daughter. But yeah, that'd be funny if it was the other way. Well, I'm glad that, she had a good experience.
Yeah, no, she did.
I keep thinking
Sunday.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Sunday I came back to Chicago. Well, this is like so irrelevant. I'm just like rambling.
Yeah, I can go and tell my Denver story.
No.
Oh. Okay. I don't have to talk about it if you don't want to hear about it.
This is my time to shine. It's my birthday.
Go ahead, continue rambling.
It's Gemini season. Let me have my moment.
Oh, fuck. Two-faced.
Alright. Fuck off, you Leo.
Geminis scare me.
Leo.
Girl Geminis. I loved girl Geminis because they're funny.
I'm a girl Gemini.
I know. Girl Geminis are funny and fun. Guy Geminis, fuck you.
Oh.
You need to be locked in a cage.
I don't know anything about male Geminis. Are they...
I wish I had a name for like my people. Like, when they're like, oh, Mr. Big, Mr. this, Mr. that. Mr. Sleepy.
Oh.
This is irrelevant, I feel like. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we put this in? Was he a Gemini?
Yeah, he was a Gemini.
Shut the fuck up. It makes sense.
I call him Mr. Sleepy. That's the nickname I'd give for him because we would have dates planned and then he would not respond to me for like 4 hours, like post the time we were supposed to fucking meet up. And he'd be like, sorry, I fell asleep. So I call him Mr. Sleepy. He was a Gemini. It was so true though. So fucking true. Like so love bomby the first like month, so love bomby, so like everything I could ever ask for. And then the second month it was like scraping at the bottom of the barrel for like a fucking text back after 20 hours.
I did not appreciate this man.
So Jekyll Hyde. I don't know. It was really weird.
Yeah, he had like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like he was,
even though he was telling me all these like he's like next year I can buy a condo and like maybe you could move in and we can fly to Tokyo with each other in the next couple months.
His behavior needs to be studied. Like,
and it got me. I'm naive. It got me. I was like,
hard.
I was like, of course you're saying all these things about me. Who wouldn't want me to move in with them?
Exactly, of course, because that adds up,
But yeah, I vowed to never date another Gemini man ever again.
Thank God I'm a woman.
Yeah. My Gemini girlfriends, girlies, the only thing I can say about them is that, well, I don't think you're this way. Like
thank you.
Very dramatic.
Oh.
Or like bend the truth to a story to make it sound more interesting. I feel like that is what Gemini women do. But I don't think you really do that. So maybe you're like more of a cusp.
I think I associate more with my Scorpio rising than I do my Gemini placement.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Scorpio is also
Are they bad too?
Not one of the favorited signs.
Oh.
So
Really?
ladies, Gemini, Scorpio over here.
Oh, damn it.
Full package.
I'm Gemini, Scorpio. That's really bad, right? Everyone watch out for me, I guess.
Yeah, but
Okay, but
you also are normal.
Thank you. I'm the most sane person.
I think so.
Like, compared to other people.
Compared to other people in the world that exist, I think I am more sane. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are more sane, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Leos are not a favorited sign by far. I feel like everyone thinks that we're self-centered.
Yeah, that's the Leo thing.
However, is there something wrong with that?
That is so something a Leo would say.
I know. Sometimes I feed into it just because I know that that's like...
You should.
That's what the people want to hear.
That's what Leos do. They feed into it, so then you don't know if they're being for real or not.
But also one thing I have recognized about other Leos and myself is that, like, yeah, we want to be the center of attention, but we want also everyone else to be having as much as fun as we are. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to be the center of attention, but I'm pulling you in to also be the center of attention with me.
Okay, I love that.
Like, if we're out dancing, like, I want us, like,
to both.
I want me and my friends to all be, like, the ones that are the centers of attention.
Like,
you know?
It's not just you. You want everyone to join in.
No, I want, like, I want everyone to feel the confidence and feel like they're having fun.
Yeah.
The same aspect. And they're in the same level that I am.
So Leos share. They share their
light, their warmth.
Yes.
We share our light.
So you're just generous. Leos are generous.
We're so generous. I think that once you have us too. Like once we're like enamored by you
once we win you over.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did it take some time for me to win you over?
I just
speak your truth.
I don't know if you were like, I wasn't waiting for you to win me over.
Yeah.
And I don't think you were trying to win me over.
Yeah.
I think that it kind of just was like, oh, this is my roommate's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. No, I get that. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, this is her girlfriend. Hi, nice to see you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you were like at my home all the time, and there was like really no way to not get to know you.
So you were forced into being friends with me, and you loved every second of it.
I think so. I think I was like, oh my God, this girl's funny.
Do you remember the first time you laughed at a joke?
Do you? I'm like, I don't.
You mean you don't think about things like that?
I don't remember when the turning point was.
I don't either. Well, I remember the second time I met you, it was at her birthday party. Mm-hmm. And you did not look at me. You just, I didn't exist.
So so I was drunk by the time I walked into the party.
You were, yeah.
And I was with Mr. Sleepy.
Mm-hmm. You were with Mr. Sleepy.
I was with Mr. Sleepy. I think like I felt so comfortable and so happy and like excited that I let myself drink a little too much. Mm-hmm. That's what happens. I'm like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun around all these people that I love, and I think that's what happened, and I just got a little too drunk, and I think that I zoned into my own little world.
Yeah.
Also, at those parties where you would be at, it would be all of her friends and like 5 of my friends.
Yeah.
And all of her friends, I mean like 20 plus people. So I feel like I had to entertain my small group of friends because felt like they were in a room of strangers. It wasn't there wasn't like equal, like, oh, Julia's friends, her friends. Like it was like, oh, we're just a couple of us are in a room full of like her friends and we feel like strangers.
Right.
So that's why I always kind of zeroed in and just like hung out with my group.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember that. I remember that.
But I didn't know you really. So I wasn't like offended or anything. It was just like, oh, she hates me.
See, that's the perception that people have when they first meet me, like that I hate them, and I hate that. I think that I just unintentionally have blinders on. Like I just am worried about me and my friends, which like maybe that can be perceived as like rude. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like I don't get a lot of time with my friends, especially all together. So I'm just like, just focusing on them.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like you're not trying to make small talk with strangers when your like good friends are there.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Also, you were drunk. Also, Mr. Sleepy was a chatterbox with me.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What did you guys talk about?
I don't know. We were talking. It was me and Avery. We were talking about a shirt that he was wearing.
Oh.
I just remember him just like talking to us for a while. Yeah, that was well. But then I remember, well, like you said, you don't know the like switch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I don't know if I can even put this in. We'll see how this goes. Redacted and I would start arguing about something, and then he would be like, or not arguing, but like
Bickering.
it was always you. Like I feel like it was you like taking my side or being like,
I always took your side. I feel I did always take your side, or I would give like the different perspective where I'd be like, I mean, like, I understand why you think that because this,
or like,
because I did kind of always think you were being right, like you were correct.
Thank you. Or like it would be us like sitting in a circle together and us talking about something, and I feel like you and I would agree on a lot of things. We just had a lot in common, I think, and could like relate on a lot of things.
And I think we had good rapport.
Yeah.
Good rapport, good sense of humor. Yeah.
Yeah, same sense of humor. Very similar sense of humors.
I think that too, once I like find out that someone has a similar sense of humor to me, I'm like locked in because I'm like, oh my God, funny. Like sense of humor, my friendships is so important. Like being able to laugh and joke and just like bullshit is so important to me.
Yeah.
So once I find someone that I feel like I can do that with, I'm like, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Like just joking about dumb shit is so much easier than like, so where did you grow up? And like, yeah.
I can't do that. Obviously, like there's a time and a place.
Yeah. You get to know someone over time, but like, I'm not going to connect with someone if our first like handful of conversations is just like, oh, like how's work? Oh, your boyfriend does that for work? That's so cool. Does he like it? Like that shit, I don't feel any sense of connection to you.
Yeah.
At all.
No, I agree with you. I need to have the banter. Like with friendships and relationships, like there needs to be something there. Because I don't know. It's so much harder to connect with people. And I love a dry sense of humor. Or when I can say like a borderline offensive joke and like someone laughs.
Yeah.
I feel like
well, I get that.
Just thinking about all the really.
I'm thinking about you putting this.
Yep. If anyone heard that, I would. I'm not even
Hey, I have the video. I can blackmail you and
literally fuck you.
No, I can't blackmail you because I'm also laughing.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, that's the funniest thing you've ever said.
Do you think that's one of my best jokes?
That's a zinger. Yeah, for sure. That one got me. I think sometimes people like when someone says something and I'm like, that's fucking funny. That's hilarious that you just said that. And wow, you got me.
Fuck, maybe that was the moment I won you over. 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, I think so.
That was out of pocket for sure.
Yeah, I feel like sense of humor is how I connect the most. So
me too. If you're not funny, don't even try to talk to me.
Yeah. Fuck you. Take a comedy class like I did. Like I had to do.
Should we do that?
Oh yeah, you're gonna show up to this one? We were supposed to do it together and then she never showed up.
One thing, I want to go into the lore of our friendship so bad.
I know.
I want to talk about all of that so bad. When's the last time you went on a date?
With the cult leader.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
Is that too long?
No.
I've really been matching with what I did is I went to go delete my Hinge and they're like, oh, like, would you rather just refresh? And I'm like, okay. So I hit the refresh. I had like 30 matches in an hour.
So
of actually attractive people.
Emma was telling me about that because she did that and she was like, it was a whole new app. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, wait, stop. Give us one more chance.
Exactly.
To woo you. So have you been talking to anyone?
No.
Oh.
I'm the person that you hate to match with on a dating app because we match and then I never start the conversation. But actually I go through periods. Sometimes I just get fed up with being alone and I'll go and I'll message like 30 people that I've matched with. And then I'll go on like 1 or 2 dates from that. Yeah. And then other times I just match and I'm like, all right, I'll keep them in my back pocket when I'm in the mood to actually go on a date, which sounds bad, but like there really is a lot of energy that goes into like having a date and like having that connection.
It is. It's a first date is such a build up and I hate first dates so much. Like obviously, well, I mean, I haven't been on a first date since like November of last year.
Yeah.
And then I went on a first date like a week ago. And I was so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I was freaking out because I just like have been so out of the game for a long time, it feels like. And it's just like it's so much energy. But obviously like it's worth it if you like actually like the person, and like afterwards you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did that. But beforehand I'm like, do I really want to go?
I know, it is so nerve-wracking. I think, and especially when I'm on dates with men, this doesn't really apply to women, but when I go on dates with men, I'm always afraid that they're gonna like try to like make a move at the end of the night. So I get a lot of anxiety about that, because men will fully expect you to like fuck them on like a Wednesday night after you like got a drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what?
Have you had guys like recently trying to make moves like that?
Well, I haven't gone on a lot of dates. I think I've only gone on 2 dates with guys in the past like 6 months.
Yeah, that's valid. One time I went on a date with a guy. It was an afternoon date. It was a lunch date at Chipotle. And after the date, he goes, do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, what the fuck? We're at Chipotle. It's 12 p.m. on a Wednesday.
We literally just devoured burritos. You want to fuck me right now, bro?
I was like, you are fucking weird. I was like, sorry, I got to go to work.
Bold and confident.
Never talked to him again. Oh, he was weird. I don't know why I did it. It was in college when I was a little bit closeted, a little bit.
I once went on 2 dates with 2 guys in one day. They both were duds.
Wow.
I was going through a phase.
Mm-hmm.
It was right after I ended things with Mr. Sleepy, and I went on 10 dates with 10 different guys in a month.
What?
Yeah, I was really cramming them in.
When was that? Was I around to
like late spring, early summer?
I don't think we were close then, right?
Maybe not. When was the turning point?
I don't know.
We don't remember.
You know what? It was when you invited me to your birthday trip.
That was the turning point?
Yes.
I invited you to my birthday trip
because you kept talking about it, and then I remember you came into her room and you were talking about it, and then I was extended the invite, and I was like, oh, like we're friends. I felt so special when you invited me on your birthday trip, and then I think that's what really like we were best friends. I think, in that moment. It
was fun. It was fun to have you like hang out with all my friends, and everyone's so different. All my friends are so fucking different. It's like, it's putting everyone in a room is like nerve-wracking for
I was
me.
gonna say it can be stressful and nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I'm like, I hope everyone likes each other and laughs and has a good time. No. Everyone's so different.
That's my thing is, okay, I've been having this problem where so obviously it's my birthday, or it was.
It's your birthday all month.
It's my birthday all month. I like wanted to have a birthday party, but then like I didn't, because like half of my friends can't go because Memorial Weekend is like the worst weekend to have a birthday. Everyone's out of town, and then June is starting, and everyone like goes on trips in June. Like everyone's out of town, and I'm just like, also the thought of mixing all of my friends, because I have so many different friends that are scattered. I don't have like this giant group like I used to in college, and that causes me so much anxiety. I'm canceling my birthday party on Saturday. Like we're not having it.
But what were you gonna have? Like I didn't even hear you talk about like a party.
So no, I was just gonna have people over, and then I just assumed we would go like somewhere in like West Loop because it's close. But the more I thought about it, it just stressed me out, and then I'm like, would I even enjoy that actually? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, it would just be fun to get like a little group together and go to Boys Town. And in
my little group, you mean me and Emma?
No, just
like replay the night that happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, let's not black out. No,
birthday blackout. Just kidding. I'm not gonna instigate your
don't please
demise.
No, I just wanted some gay people to go out with.
Do you have straight friends?
Yeah, I would say a lot of my friends are straight, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
and
like most.
And how does that go? Do you feel like your connection? I mean, I'm sure your connections are different, but do you feel like there's a stark, is that a word?
Sure, we'll go with it.
There's a big difference between hanging out with your straight friends and hanging out with your gay friends?
I mean, you definitely can't relate on certain levels about things. I would say, honestly, sometimes it can be refreshing hanging out with straight people. Like, certain straight people.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but they don't see things through this lens of trauma.
Gay rose-colored lens.
Where everything's not gay to them. And I love gay, and I love being gay, and I love talking about being gay. But sometimes I'm like, just give me the work tea. Like, tell me about what's going on in your life, like your dating life with like men, and I don't know, like
tell me about your work husband.
Exactly. Okay, I think what it is there's such a gay bubble, and
definitely
sometimes I feel like I can get really comfortable in it and not realize like not, I don't know, open my eyes and like see that there's like more to life than just being gay. Is that homophobic?
No, I don't think that's homophobic at all. I think that a lot of gay people do settle into that bubble because that is like the safe space they've created, but then it can segregate you from other aspects of friendships and connections.
I think that's the thing, is like you are not going to receive everything you need from like one person or a certain group of people. Like, I have so many friends who are straight, and like they have so much love and like so much to offer in our friendship that like I could never see myself just being friends with gay people just because they're gay, or not being friends with straight people just because they're straight. Obviously that sounds like really weird, but I feel like a lot of it, like once you come out and like get really comfortable in your sexuality, I think it's easy to want to only hang out with gay people. I
think that that's definitely true. I would say in the past year and a half, I have found the most gay friends I've ever had are the like what I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah.
And showing up to queer events and like talking to people who have shared experiences, and like my constant gossip is like around, you know, my girlfriends and their girlfriends, or like, and which is so different. I mean, I lived my entire life being friends with straight people and only talking about those experiences. And I would say that I really dived into the queer community the past like year and a half, 2 years. And there's definitely times where I like took a step back and I was like, I definitely been neglecting like my straight friends, even though I felt it is so interesting that it's like opens up an entirely new world in a sense. But yeah, I mean, like, spending time with your like diverse groups is so important, even if you're just chatting about, you know, the dumb drama that comes from their side, and you're telling them about the drama that comes from your side and your daily lives and dating and all this. But it is I would never like abandon my straight friends to just dive completely into.
And but I do think there is a point in your coming out, or just like in discovering yourself, where you accidentally do fall into the hole of just being around gay people.
And I don't think that that's bad. I think I think that's kind of important to find queer friends, because so many people who are like baby gays or they're discovering that they're queer, and they're navigating it essentially alone because they don't have that community. And I think that once you do, it helps you become more comfortable with yourself. I definitely have become more comfortable with myself and talking about it, because I am talking about it. I'm talking about, you know, dates I'm going on with girls and all this with my friends. And it's not like, you know, I'm chiming in between my straight friends and being like, yeah, so I hooked up with this girl this weekend, and it's like, you know, uncomfortable. And then they're like, so what's that like? You know? Yeah. So I think it is important to have that community, even, and you know, did I stray away for a while? Unintentionally.
We all
did. But then once you get like that strong footing that you're like, okay, now I have this community, I think you can like level it out. You can balance things out a little bit more.
You can have both. I also think having like my straight friends like keeps me grounded, like in a way that I'm gonna try to explain this without it sounding really bad, but I feel like the queer community can be super toxic, and there can be a lot of like delayed adolescence going on. Do you know what I'm trying to get at?
What I would say is that I think it's funny that like a lot of queer people are like, oh my God, straight girls go through the craziest things. Like, I could never date a man. Like, the things that they deal with men, like, that's terrible. I could never do that. And yet, like, women in queer relationships also deal with crazy shit, you know?
It is.
So it's like yeah, you're not dating a man, and you may not be dealing with like the crazy shit that goes on in a heterosexual relationship, but you're dealing with some crazy shit on the other side.
Totally. I think lesbian drama is on another level of like anything that's straight. I don't know. Like when I go to my friends discussing my own lesbian drama, they just sit back and are like, what? They don't, a lot of my friends are in very healthy heterosexual relationships. A lot of them are engaged. A lot of them are dating to marry this person. Like they are fine and they're healthy, and they'll hear things that I say to them and they're like, what are you doing that's not normal? And in my head I'm like, oh, it isn't normal, but it feels normal because this is just what happens in the queer community. So it's nice to like have those friends to ground you a little bit and keep you level-headed and kind of just snap you out of things.
Yeah.
And I know obviously my queer friends, like you do that for me, but it's different. It's just like it feels different when, you know, it's coming from someone outside of the community, because and I don't know why that is, but
I think there's a lot of toxic tropes within queer relationships. Yeah. And sometimes you can just shrug your shoulders and be like, well, that's just what the community is like.
Yeah. Totally.
So yeah, I definitely understand why having outside opinions can ground you for sure. Because I mean, I chat with my straight friends and they'll be like, they're back together?
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, isn't that crazy? And they're like, after all that? And I'm like, that's what happens. I even do it. I go, that's what happens in queer relationships, but like it still shouldn't. It still shouldn't be like an aspect.
Like we have normalized things as a community, and I think it's crazy that there are other people who don't see this every day. I think we're exposed to it so much that we're just like, oh, that's just normal and that's how it is, but really no, that's not how it should be, like at all. So it's just interesting having like multiple perspectives. And I mean, I love my straight friends and my queer friends equally. I need them.
I want to tell you a story about my straight friend that happened while I was in Colorado.
Is this one of your Colorado stories?
This is one of my Colorado stories. Okay, so while we were there, it's like 10 p.m. and my friend turns to me and she goes, so-and-so, one of a guy she used to date. I'll call him Mr. Mohawk.
Okay. Mr. Mohawk.
Or what's it called when you have
a faux hawk? Mullet man.
I'll call him Mr. Mullet because that's what he has now, supposedly. And she goes, Mr. Mullet lives 30 minutes away, and he says that he'll come drive to see me right now. We haven't talked in 2 years, and I really want to chat with him, which, like, I get it. Curiosity gets the better of me as well.
Were you guys out, like, drinking?
No, we were at my aunt's house.
Were you drinking?
No.
Okay.
So this is sober decisions. After we go back and forth and she gets our advice, and of course I'm like, no, you should never talk to your ex. I'm like such a hypocrite.
You're a huge advocate.
Yeah, I'm a huge advocate and also hypocrite.
Yes, you are.
But she ended up seeing him. He drove like, actually it was like an hour. He drove like an hour to come see her, and
he pulled up to your aunt's house.
Pulled up to my aunt's house, and I didn't know if she'd made the decision to meet him or not, but I went into her bedroom that she was staying in, and she was like putting on makeup, and I was like, oh, so you're definitely going to see him. And she was like, don't stay up for me. I don't know how long. So she runs outside and she gets in his truck, and then me and my other friend that are there, we're like, there's a beat. We hear the door close, and then there's like a beat where we're looking at each other, and she's like, should we go look at them? And I'm like, yes. So we sprint up the stairs, and we're trying to look out the front door windows because there's windows on either side of the door. And we couldn't see them. And I'm like leaning out one window trying to see if I can see around it. And I like put my hand on the wall to hold myself, and I turn on every single light. There's like 3 light switches on this like little box. I hit every single one of them, and the entire front lights up. Every fucking light Like the front door light. I'm sure the garage lights are on. Like the whole front of the house lights up. And
this is a scene out of a movie.
It was a scene out of a movie. And for a second I was like, what did I turn on? And then I see it that like the entire front is lit up and I'm turning them all off and I'm like, fuck. And me and my friend are like dying laughing. I'm like, of fucking course I would do that.
Yeah,
of course.
Totally. That's something you would do.
Then we were looking out this other window in the office and we couldn't see them. So we're like, okay, let's go to the garage. And the windows to the garage are a little too tall. So we got a step stool. And the two of us are like on the step stool, peeking our heads out. At first I didn't know there was a step stool. So I jumped like straight up and I jumped straight up and I thought that the car that I looked straight into was their car. It was our rental car. I just like didn't recognize it. Oh. So I like jumped straight up and I looked straight into the car and I was like, I just looked straight into the car. I thought that they'd like seen me like hop up and stare straight at them. But then,
I wish you were vlogging this.
I know, but then there's a picture of me standing on the stool that I can input.
Oh, please.
But so then we're looking out the window at them in the car and my friend was like, I think they see us. They see us because we saw like a head turn towards the window. And so we were like hiding down. And then the next day we told her, we're like, yeah, we were spying on you. She's like, yeah, I saw the lights turn on. And then but she thought it was my uncle. She thought it was my uncle in the garage getting things ready for the next day because we were all going to go kayaking the next day.
Yeah.
And then we told my uncle and he's like, you think I was out at midnight putting things in the car? Yeah, but they did see us, but she thought it was my uncle, funny enough.
That's so
that was
what did
sneaking
they
story.
Did they just make out?
She said that there's no intimacy. It was just closure.
Really?
I believe that.
Wait, so did they date?
They dated for a year, 2 years, a year and a half. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, just like the most comedically fucked up accidents. Me turning on all the lights, peeking out the window like little kids. Yeah.
I mean, what is she supposed to expect? Like,
I know. What you're not gonna expect your two friends to spy on you and your ex when you're sitting up front?
Come on. In a different state too.
I know. I was like, this is so interesting.
I should have pulled out some popcorn.
Almost. And then I want to share my other experience of when we went to downtown Denver one night.
Please, I'm excited.
We went to downtown Denver. We got dinner. Then we're like, okay, we want to go out. We kind of want to see like the young nightlife in Denver and what the community is like. So we went to this place called Recess, which apparently is the place. People are showing up in club outfits.
Oh, what were you guys wearing?
I was wearing like a sweater and what was I wearing?
Not a club outfit.
Definitely not a club outfit. What I want to start the story off with is people were so rude in Denver. Like it was shocking how rude these people were.
They're all supposed to be high and happy.
That's what I'm saying. I was shocked. It was like one after another and we were looking at each other like, is this fucking real? But
what happened?
The first thing is we walk in, we go to the bar, and the bartender, I think my friends ordered a vodka and a tequila, and she puts it down, and they look the same. And my friend was like, do you know which is which? And she's like, I don't know. Okay, check.
Okay, bitch. What?
I know, and we're like,
what if someone's allergic?
I know, like, and I know these things like seem small, but it was just so like one after the other, where you're like, what?
Yeah.
And then so we had that experience, and then while we were still at the bar, this dude and a girl comes up, and my friend is wearing like a fuzzy, fluffy, fake fur jacket. We're in Colorado. You're telling me that women in Colorado don't wear fur jackets? But a guy and a girl came up to her and was like, my friend has to sneeze. Can she rub her nose on your jacket?
You're fucking
fucking within the first like 5 minutes of us being there, and we're all confused, and my friend is like, I'd rather not. And then they're like, and walk away. It was weird, and we're like,
what was
it? Just throws you off. Like that's not like, you know,
funny.
that they're coming up to you to be rude. It's not a joke. You're not in on the joke. They're coming up to you and they're making fun of you. That's what it is.
Like, what is I just don't understand like what their intention was.
I don't.
A giggle?
It's not.
How is that funny?
It's not funny.
If I said that to someone, that's not funny to me.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
All three of us turned around and we're like, what? Like it was just
stupid.
It was so weird. Like we're just like
stupid.
There is no punchline to that joke. So then we go and we were drinking, and then this 30-year-old, no, he's not 30. He looks like he's like 35, almost 40. He comes up to us and he's like so drunk. This isn't mean. This is just silly. But he comes up to us and he's so drunk and he's like, "You ladies are the most beautiful ladies I ever seen." He's like, "Can you rate me? Like, what would you rate me?" What? And I gave him the up down, and I was like, maybe a 5.5. And he goes, brutal. He goes, a 5. He's like, a 5. And I go, no, I'll be generous.
No, 5.5.
A 5.5. And he was like, maybe that's me being mean.
No, he wanted an honest opinion.
I was just
gave it to him.
Like,
you were joking.
That's, you know,
you were just having fun.
I literally was kidding. I mean, you're so drunk, like. Well, the funny thing is I was turned the other way, and I say to my friends, I was like, we're not even paying attention to the other side. We need to like see what's going on the other side. And I turned my head, and he's already face to face with me, like this.
Oh my god!
So he had been like right next to me. I didn't realize, and I was like already face to face with him, and he's like, "You ladies are so beautiful." So I already was like, "Whoa, bro!"
Too close for comfort.
But his friends were kind of like pulling him back, and then because they're like, "Oh, he's drunk. He's drunk." I mean, he was not like he still was like, "I think you ladies are 100 out of 100."
Oh my god!
I was like, "That's sweet." And then he looks at one of my friends, and he goes, "You look like you'd be great at making out."
What is up with this? This is like a common theme the past couple of weeks.
I know. Like, I mean, okay, that's a good compliment.
And we did make out.
And then we all made out, all 4 of us.
You can't tell a lie.
I mean, that's not a bad compliment, I guess. It depends on
I've heard better.
Yeah, true. But we're like, okay.
Bars on the ground.
And then we watched him walk, and then he just like was like, okay. And then he went and like flirted with another group of girls, and we're like, okay, we're done with that.
Mans is getting around.
Yeah. So then we're like, all right, let's get another drink from the bar. And I was like, let's go to this side because we've been on the side for a while. Let's check out this side. Wrong decision, because the moment we walk up to this side, there's 2 fucking weirdos from the beginning.
The fur coat
weirdos. They were sitting there.
Okay.
And I guess the guy came back up. I didn't really know what was going on at first, but the guy came back up and was like saying something, or I guess he was like, "Are you sure my friend can't like blow her nose on your jacket?"
He said it again.
He came up and said that again to my friend.
At that point, I would have threatened to actually hurt him physically.
I was like, "Bitch, say this to anyone in Chicago and you're getting your fucking shit rocked."
Did you say that?
No.
Oh. He would be like, "Fucking Chicago." What?
I just didn't want to get like, I was like, I don't want to get arrested on a trip. Like, I don't want to start shit and get fucking kicked out and arrested on a fucking trip, you know?
Good for the podcast.
Good for the podcast. True. I should have. In the moment, I was like, just don't fucking talk to them. Because,
okay.
But here, so then my friend turns to him and she goes, that was a CUNTY thing to say. Because you can't. YouTube's gonna block it.
Me trying to see you.
see you next Tuesday. Why?
Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
And he goes, "I'll take it." And she goes, "That wasn't a compliment." She was like, "No, like in a rude way." And then he was like, "Oh, I was just kidding." And the girl turned to her and she's like, "You don't have to be rude." Like, bitch. She was so fucking annoying. She was sitting there. She's like, "You don't have to be rude about it." What the fuck are you expecting? You're coming up saying some bullshit, and you the moment someone stands up to themselves, you're like, you don't have to be rude.
Like, bitch.
I'm like, how do you guys speak to each other in Denver that you're fucking shocked?
No one. Jesus Christ.
I know. Oh my god. And then Emily, like, I gave her, on my birthday, I gave everyone trophies. I gave her the number 1 Tussler trophy, which is valid. She will stand up for herself. She'll say some shit back. Me and Nerea are like, don't give them the time of day. Like, don't even pay attention to them. Because honestly, it sucks to be the bigger person, but like, you look so much more pathetic, like talking at a wall.
Yeah.
You know, when the other as the other person being like, like, you're be rude, and they're like still laughing and giggling like hyenas, like, like behind us as we're trying to, get my friend to be like, don't worry, like, don't pay attention to them, like, fuck them, don't give them the time of day, because this is exactly what they want. They want to pick a little fight with you. So, we kind of like tuned away, and you could still hear them chatting.
Still
Chatting. And then I look over and she's like, like to the music. She's like, I'm like, who are you? What is going on? And then as we were leaving, so fed up with everyone in that bar, I was walking out of the bar and this girl had her hand outstretched like right in the middle of the path, like pointing at something. And I got to her arm and I go, excuse me. And she goes, go, 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 go. Like with her like arm in my face being like, go, 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 go. Like trying to push me past her.
What the hell?
And that was just like the last. And like I said, these things are small.
Yeah.
But it was just one after another. And we were so excited to be out in Denver and kind of experience that community. And we just had such a poor experience. And I'm like, did you see my excuse me as rude? Like, do you guys just shove each other out of the way here? Do you say excuse me? Because it wasn't like I said it with an attitude. I was just like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then she like yelled in my face.
Maybe it's just like a completely different culture there.
I don't know.
They just interact so differently.
But it was like all unprompted. Like all of those poor interactions were people who came up to us. None of them that we came up to them except the bartender, but whatever, you know?
Yeah, that people, I don't know. I've never been to Denver, so I've never experienced that.
I was so fed up. I literally was walking out the bar. I was like, fuck this. Fuck this. Like, I don't even care.
Like, honestly, because that, like, probably put a huge damper on your night.
We were all sitting there
just like one thing after another. You're like, can anything like be fun and happy?
We left the bar and we were like standing on the side of the street just like staring at each other in silence, being like, what the fuck was that?
Like, what just happened?
I have never ever experienced that behavior in Chicago ever. And I've lived and visited Chicago my entire life. I've never met like that many rude people one after another on a night out.
No, I don't run into many rude people here at all, ever.
No.
Everyone here is nice. That's why I love Chicago.
Yeah.
Midwest city vibes. But yeah, no one is rude. So I guess it's probably just a shock. But I don't know. That doesn't make sense for like one thing after another to keep happening. Like maybe people there are just mean.
I went on Reddit and I was like, are people in Denver rude?
What did it say?
It was agreeing.
Oh,
for sure. And a lot of them were like, it's the altitude, it's the low fat body percentage.
So would you say you don't want to move to Colorado anymore?
I don't want to move to Colorado.
Okay.
No.
I gotta say that is a little bit of a relief because I feel like if you move somewhere, that means like I have to go with you, especially if it's within the next like year or two.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's out of the running.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't actually wanted to live in Colorado for a while because I want to be near an area that has like more water.
Yeah. Water.
And more down to earth. I'm going to stay in the Midwest.
Where in the Midwest would you like to go with water?
Yeah,
where else?
I guess we are in the most water accessible place currently.
I don't know if there's a better fit.
I don't know. Maybe I won't stay Midwest, but
yeah, somewhere like more like has more hospitality.
Yeah,
like the South.
Mountains, water, hospitality, not the South.
Go to Northern California. They're pretty good up there. Or P&W. We could go to Oregon or Washington.
I've never even visited.
We have to go. We should do it. Do you want to do another birthday trip?
Yeah. For my birthday?
Yeah.
My birthday trip.
Yeah.
You're suggesting my birthday trip?
Well, I would be down. I think we should rally the troops and we should do that.
That would be so fun. And I would 1000% be down.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe by then you'll have a partner. And I'll have a partner.
I know.
And then it will be so...
Hey guys, in the next 2.5 months, who wants to fall in love with me? My DMs are open.
Any takers, please.
Please. I'm on my knees.
She's
literally begging.
She deserves it. Just someone did DM you though.
They did DM me.
Did you reply?
I did reply.
Oh, good. You're
like,
not good at that.
Yeah, I'm not good at what's that thing called? Communication. Working on that.
She's working on it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get her fixed up for you.
Yeah. I'm.
She's getting better, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Minus my trip.
Well, that's okay. We all have off weeks.
Yeah.
You're good. No,
yeah.
You're good. She's loyal, good at communication. Hot. Knows how to have a good time and will make you laugh. And will literally cook you food and drive you places.
I'll do all of that.
Get on her hands and knees for you.
Except if you're a man, then you have to drive me places.
Exactly. Then everything what I said is not on the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, hit up Julia. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you in our next episode.
We'll see you next time. Is next time Pride Month? June?
It is.
We'll see you next month.
See you guys later.
Get gay.
Get gay. Get
Bye.
got. Bye.